everybody, to another week of horror movie news, episode 27. This week, we're going to be talking about movies, of course. The Shape, it's got a new mask. We're going to compare. We got a little picture for you, as well as our interview with Josh and Sierra Russell from Russell FX. It was Ollie and I went and joined them, and we did a little interview that we recorded, edited down, and we're going to roll it to end our show with. So all that and more, stay tuned.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Don't you blame the movies.
Don't ever blame
movies
them.
don't make psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
No lights today, but that's okay. Also, we're in a new place.
Yay!
Yeah, because I figured, you know what horror needs? Some beautiful colors.
Yeah, sure.
And, I don't know. I just love
horror
it.
needs it changes things up on you.
Oh yeah, exactly. There you go. Because horror movies are getting prettier, I believe.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get down straight to business. Hello, everybody. My name is Anthony Becerra.
And my name's Carrie Lane.
Hey guys, I'm Oliver Drennan.
And I'm Lucretia Lyon.
And Lucretia's back, everybody. Yay!
Oh,
and you're
thank
back
you.
because Legends ended.
Yes.
Yeah, right on. Great to have you back, Lucretia. Always a pleasure. Let's do some quick crypt keeping. Yeah, we called it crypt keeping. So since you haven't been here,
Yeah, I
So
was like,
pretty
I
much-
like that.
Yeah, right. Gotta clean it up a bit. So pretty much where you can find us: YouTube.com/Popcorn Talk Network. That's our official YouTube page, as well channel, as well as our show Twitter at Horror News PTN, and also PopcornTalkNetwork.com. And finally, but not least, we have Apple Podcasts, where you can leave a 5-star rating and tell us, leave us a comment about how you like our show, or what we can improve, or what you want to hear from our show, pretty much. And we always take in considerations. And yeah, so go do all that good stuff. So let's get right into it. The Abyss. So what's good?
I feel the Abyss and Crypt will be kind of combined. I don't know. This week I just didn't seem to watch a lot of movies. I mean, like, I did see Rampage, which it's not really horror, but it's giant monsters. Yeah.
It counts.
Yeah, and it's one of those, like, it was fun, and it's exactly what you expect. It's a popcorn movie based on video game, which is funny. Some people didn't know it's a game. I don't know. Did you guys ever play that game?
I had
Yeah,
to be
I did.
reminded that it was a game. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, it was an arcade game,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Like an arcade.
So,
I totally remember spending plenty of time playing that, and it's giant monsters destroying things, so that's exactly what you want. So that's cool. So Isle of Dogs,
Ooh, nice.
I liked
yeah.
it. That was pretty cool.
enjoyed that movie. Yeah. Did you hear about the rumor about all the dogs? Just kidding.
I'm like, what? Oh, that's in the thing. No, that was funny. That was a good gag. And I have one more episode of Jessica Jones to go. Finish Altered Carbon. I do still recommend that show. I think it's a show where it's like really, really great build up, but the ending semi-plateaus. I still highly recommend it. It explores some great concepts. Like the basic thing that I love about it is who you are on the outside, your sex, your physicality really matter if you can swap bodies. Like right now you can be in anybody else's body. Does your identity really matter? And they really explore it, which I like, because it's not just like they put it out there and don't do anything with it.
Right.
And then also the idea of essentially moving all of who you are into a new body. I think that's really cool, because they explore it. Too many other movies, they kind of like mention it, but they don't really get it.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a really good show. Altered
Ooh.
Carbon on Netflix.
Altered Carbon.
nice. Yeah, it's a very dry week for me as well. Let's see, Brotherhood, Fullmetal Alchemist. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it. Started it. Part 2. We're gonna talk about
Yay.
it next. I did watch Quiet Place again.
Oh,
Ooh,
again?
nice.
Yeah,
Again,
it was
huh?
so good.
Did you go with new people? Or?
Yeah, I went with one of my best friends, and she hasn't seen it, obviously.
fun.
And it was cool because I got to relive all
Yeah.
that stress, all that anxiety that the film you experienced when you first watched it. And so she really loved it, and it was cool because you also notice new things throughout the film. Like, I didn't even notice in the beginning when he's on top of the water, or not the water tower, but the tower, and you see he like lights a flame, and you see like the flame. Like, I don't know why I didn't remember that. So there's other people.
there's other people,
in
yeah.
the woods. So it was
Not
really
Hence
cool.
later in the movie.
the old man later on.
Yeah, so it just kind of makes
Yeah.
you also just kind of think more about the world that they're in.
Yeah.
And obviously.
I gotta know, during the movie, did you sit there and be like, look at her and wait for a reaction?
Well, I was
like,
like-
if you know it's coming, did you kind of be like,
Well, definitely the nail scene. I'm like, I wonder how she's going to react for this nail scene. And just the ending, I got really excited for her
Yeah.
and just being able to live vicariously through her enjoyment. So
that's awesome.
go see Quiet Place
Yeah.
now.
I didn't realize how like passionate I was about it and how much I liked it until someone said, "Yeah, it's a horrible movie," and I was like,
What?
What?
I like immediately.
No.
My immediate
Yeah.
response was so emotional. It's like, I hate you. I don't care about your opinion.
Yeah, like one of my quotes was even used in a promo because
Oh,
like I
nice.
got to go see an
Yeah,
early
you-
screening, and then it was just like. I'm not scared by movies at all, and this even bothered me. Just the way that it was done was so good.
Yes.
And that's the thing is, I mean, I went with some people, and like, they were like, "It's a good movie, but," and I was like, "No, but." Like, okay, like, I love how some people will try to find problems with movies like that, and I'm like, no, A Quiet Place is just a good movie. It's fine if you want to make jokes, like. They were trying to be quiet. Why is she pregnant? Like, it's fine to make those jokes.
Oh my god. That was such a
Yeah,
sound
it was like
effect.
so perfect.
Good
But
call.
yeah, like that was my one thing. But I'm like, as a joke, I kept making that. But I'm like, it's because of emotional stakes, people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's such a good film.
I just think people who don't like the film are kind of people who are just so like they don't have good attention spans.
Yes,
You know? They
yeah.
want to be like wow. They want like noise. They want dialogue, and it's
Yeah.
like it's not all about that in a film. Like film started out as silent films, and so my response to people who say this film is horrible. I will
It's.
no comment.
I'll cut you.
That's it's not for you.
And you know what
Yeah.
else is a good,
Good
film?
movies aren't good for,
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. We're so salty.
Too good for you.
You know what else is a good film that if you don't like it, there's probably something wrong with you? It's called Super Troopers. And they
Oh,
made the
yeah.
sequel just for us fans, as in everyone in the world who doesn't take themselves too seriously. And that is what I saw this week, you know, for
right.
420. And,
Nice.
and then I did my 420 movie marathon, which I guess included Sharknado. That's kind of horror, but...
Yeah.
Half baked in there?
Yeah. No, like
Okay.
that was the thing.
That's
is
my classic right
that,
there.
That was me. I was like, half baked, bong water, guys. What do you want to watch? And then it was like Sharknado. I'm like, that wasn't an option, but okay, yeah.
All right.
You know, I've got that.
Was it more enjoyable with assistance?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's certain movies that I feel I feel I would enjoy this movie or this experience better if I was intoxicated or high. You know, it's like
Yeah.
certain things just get a little better.
Apparently, there was not enough for everybody to enjoy Run, Ronnie, Run. But hey, they were like, we've never seen this stoner movie.
Run,
but
running, run?
Run, Ronnie, Run. It is the
Ronnie,
Mr.
Run.
Show movie. So Mr. Show with Bob and David Cross, Bob Odenkirk. Their character from the show, Ronnie Dobbs, who is known for getting arrested. There was a whole movie based on this character, but even they don't like it, but I love it. But apparently it is an acquired taste, because I think everyone thinks I'm dumb now.
Oh no. Well, I have a quick
Lame.
question for Super Troopers 2. I'm pretty sure I saw the
Yeah.
first one, and I don't remember loving it, but it's just one of the.
Yeah.
Humor is totally
Yeah.
subjective. But did you, as a fan, enjoy the second one?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Like
cool.
they definitely served fans, and like I'm a big fan of Broken Lizard, and this movie is especially close to my heart because one of the few things that when I first moved to Hollywood that was so cool is the comedy club I worked at, West Side Comedy in Santa Monica, guys. Check it out in the Promenade. But yeah, like one day I just went in and not knowing what was going on, like Mac and Farva are there. Steve Lemay
yeah.
and Kevin Peppermint. Like, they have real names, but they're Mac and Farva to me. They were there to announce Super Troopers 2. And this was like 4 years ago. So it was
Wow.
kind of cool that, you know, to kind of come in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to meet them. And like, I was like, this is one of the first things I did was just get to be there in random happenstance. Because I was a big fan of the first one. And this whole movie, I mean, they crowdfunded it and everything. They really serviced fans and still made a good film. I mean, Rob Lowe is in it. He's
Ooh.
great.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
cool.
saw it on the
Yeah.
trailer.
Low.
Yeah.
The trailer's fun and interesting.
Yeah,
And I mean, like-
and there's a lot of Canada jokes, which I love Canada and
Yeah,
Canadians,
oh,
so I
man.
was like, oh, good, I get all these.
The Mountie Police.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mounties.
And it made like around, what, 16 million, I believe?
Yeah, it did
It made
pretty
pretty
well.
good,
They
yeah.
they were surprised, and at least that means Frank didn't have to go see it for box office breakdown. I was like, don't worry, we got you, buddy. Lex and I went to see it.
Yeah, I think I was the one that lost on that one. I gotta go watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm-
Yeah.
Well, it's
Until
not a
next week.
punishment. It's a
I know,
great
no,
film.
yeah, and I wasn't able to catch it this weekend or
Yeah.
virtually anything because I didn't even. Well, I did see Lowlife, and I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and also Russell
Yes,
FX.
Lowlife. That's the dude from. I'm like, wait, who's that? Never mind. I'm thinking of a different movie. Damn, I got so excited. I'm like,
I
wait,
know,
that's the thing. No, there's one. It's the guy who plays Magneto in the young X-Men.
Michael Fassbender?
Michael Fassbender, yeah.
It's not Lowlife. He's in something called like.
The Snowman?
Nope. Look it up.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Is it
Why
that
don't you
one
continue?
sex movie?
No, he's
Okay.
like.
I want to see that
One
movie.
sex movie.
Yeah,
Sex
it's like there's
movie?
like a
What?
movie where like he has a lot of sex.
I wanna
and it's
see
Oh
like,
man, now I want to
Yeah,
see
it's like
that.
all on
I'm like
camera.
Michael Fassbender naked.
Yeah,
All
it's like
right.
it's a
Oh
very,
no,
like-
not. My brain's all kinds of off
All
today.
right,
The
so-
other one.
So it's not naked Michael Fassbender.
No.
It was released this year, but it was like very select theaters. But it is on Amazon, and I rented it, and that's how I saw it. Directed by Ryan Prowse, and synopsis is: the sordid lives of an addict, an ex-con, and a luchador collide when an organ harvesting caper goes very, very wrong. And it stars Nikki Michaud, Ricardo Zarate, John Oswald, and Mark Burnham. And yeah, I thought it was really cool. It takes place all in LA. A lot of people compare it to Pulp Fiction. I think mainly because of how like the storyline is like assembled, as in like
Everyone
And the
has,
way
like,
it's shot too. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Does,
Oh, yeah,
everyone,
I've
does
seen
everyone have
reviews.
like their own story kind of?
yeah,
like,
exactly.
and
It's like it's made of vignettes, and they all have a title card. Like I think it starts off like there's one that's criminals, there's one that's like thugs, there's yeah, so it's like. Yeah, and it's all leading up to something, and yeah, so it's pretty cool once you get to that climax. But that's pretty much what I saw, and I saw it because Russell FX actually worked on the effects for that.
Cool.
And yeah, I thought it was really cool. But other than that, I didn't really see anything else.
I feel we actually all saw a lot. We're like, yeah, we didn't see anything. We all talked about something.
We saw, yeah.
So anyway, sorry to clarify, the guy. I don't know why I got
Oh,
excited.
James McAvoy, my
James
boy.
McAvoy.
My
He's
boy.
in a movie called Filth.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
So it's very
This is
bizarre.
so good. No,
Oh,
it's
wait,
not. It's
here,
not.
wait, we'll talk.
It's not
Maybe
bizarre.
that'll be
It
my
is
crypt
bizarre, but
recommendation because it's.
Yeah, let that be your.
it
recommendation.
has to do with like male masculinity. That's what the
well,
whole
I'm
film
gonna-
is about.
Here, wait, I'll use that as my thing then.
Okay.
I'll transition us into
okay,
crypt.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're
No,
like, what is
I'm
this?
already-
I'm really passionate because
You're like,
like,
what is this?
I studied.
Okay,
I kind of
so-
studied like that.
Yeah.
It's a comedy and it's a crime drama, and I only put it in the category of horror because a lot of it is like mental of like what's going on in
It's
his
horrifying.
mind, and you don't really know what's going on. Because somebody on Twitter was like, "Oh, I love his movies." I'm like, "You need to see him in Filth. It's very odd." So a corrupt junkie cop with bipolar disorder attempts to manipulate his way through a promotion in order to win back his wife and daughter while also fighting his own borderline-fueled inner demons. So I mean, it's not like horror, but it's still like, you know. I think we could still put the category of like people going into your own mind and your own inner demons as like a category. And just some of the stuff he does is just bizarre. And he's very violent and evil. And it's by directors John S. Bard, I think.
I don't think it's. Well, I mean, I guess it is really bizarre, but I think it all stems from his own.
A lot of it's in his own mind and like his own issues, but it's good. But if you want to see James McAvoy in a very different kind of role, that's why I would highly recommend it. It's just it's different. I don't know. You know, you're all excited.
Yeah,
So
yeah. He also
You
did
can
like
pass-
the disappearance of Eleanor Rigby. If you guys
Yeah.
ever seen that, and there's like three. There's like 3 movies to that or something. It's like a weird like I don't know what because
Is it
it's
like a Beatles?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
forgot what it's.
'cause
I don't know exactly what it is. I've been wanting to watch it for a while, but I know it's like his story, then it's her story, and then it's like their story like, together. And it's
Okay.
like 3 different features, I believe.
well, it's just him going crazy in Filth.
But yeah, Filth is definitely. I would say that's a acquired taste. Too.
Yes.
Yeah, but I
it's
really
peculiar,
enjoyed that
and that's
movie.
why I'd recommend it.
Yeah, I
So,
really like
Filth.
that movie.
Yeah, and too, like that can be sort of a horror category because I know a mutual friend of all of ours, Lex. I went to a movie, a few weeks ago that was done by his friend Xander Robin. Are We Not Cats? And it was basically people eating their own hair, like having trichotillomania, pulling out your hair and eating it.
Oh, wow.
Like, which it was like disgusting, but that
could
it's
be
like
in
a
horror.
body
Yeah.
horror. Like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it was pretty good. Even my mom happened to be here, and she goes, "Huh, I was expecting a student film. This is actually pretty good." So that's advice from an older woman.
Yeah.
That's definitely a movie you guys should check out. Are We Not Cats by Xander Robin. Yeah.
Yeah,
You look
there's
like you have a question.
No,
Oh.
no, no.
Oh.
That literally just reminded me of a K horror about hair. It's called Hair, I think, and it's like I don't know. I wonder if you ever saw it or heard of it, but there's like something that has to do with hair and like how hair comes out of your mouth and so. I mean, horror is a very acquired taste. Are we on our next segment? I can't even.
Yeah.
I think we're on the
That
crypt.
Filth was my crypt
realize
recommendation
that.
then because I'm like, yeah, it's a weird one that I would recommend. It's just because we recommend stuff you all probably haven't heard about or seen. So
Well. Well, Lucretia reminded me also of, because she brought up Sharknado, and
Yeah.
I would like to recommend a great movie that I didn't watch on 420, but it's called Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
But you should have watched it on 420.
That would have been perfect.
I actually forgot the movie existed. It stars freaking Debbie Gibson, and it was on Sci-Fi. So this is a perfect movie for 420, or just if you want to get stoned on your own time and just go ahead and watch it.
I do that every weekend, guys. So.
There's a
Whatever.
scene where a mega shark jumps out of the water and takes down an airplane.
That sounds awesome.
Watch the film.
Wow.
Sharks versus airplanes is, the making of all sci-fi films and how they should be.
Yes.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, sci-fi
That's
and horror
incredible.
fun blends
Yeah.
together. I'm looking up. Have you guys actually, speaking of giant sharks, do you guys know about the new sci-fi movie with it's new Lake Placid movie that's going to be coming out?
No.
Yes, like it's going to scare
Lake-
the shit out of me.
Lake Placid Legacy, and I only know about that for all those Winona Earp fans out there, which that's supernatural, so that's a horror show. Tim Rosen's in it, and then also Kat, who plays in that show, she's in it as well.
Yeah,
So a few people.
And it premieres on Memorial Day, so like I'll probably be doing something to go with this because Lake Placid and the Birds are two of the only movies that have ever scared me, and that's
Really?
because alligators are a real threat when you're from East Texas, folks.
Sure,
Like
yeah.
that's why I say they're way scarier than sharks because sharks you have to actually be in the ocean or unless it's Sharknado, but. I mean,
True that.
but with alligators where I live, they were on land and sea, and they're very fast and they're very vicious. I mean, they eat kids at Disney World, guys.
Yes.
They're very quiet. They like stalk you.
Oh yeah.
Also, shark, you can see the fin at least. Alligator.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
And you're more likely to get away from a shark just because sharks, there's so many ways of like disarming them.
And
because,
punch them in the nose.
Exactly. With alligators, it's pretty hard to get that
Yeah.
jaw undone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rational fear.
Did you say a movie? I don't think you.
I did,
Oh, you
but
got a
then
thing
I'm
you're
like,
gonna
oh
talk
yeah,
about.
I need to say this other film because I have a fun little announcement of what I'll be doing. So Texas Frightmare Weekend is always Cinco de Mayo weekend in Texas, so aka Big Drunk Fest. But yeah, it's one of the largest horror conventions in the country.
Nice.
And I will be screening Kane Hodder and Gunnar, which is the guy who's played Jason the most
Right.
times. He is starring in this film called Death House, which is written and directed by B. Harrison Smith, who I've been working with on getting this screening. And then the film itself was actually written by Gunnar Hansen, aka the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He played Leatherface, for most, and he died a few years ago, but this was his last script that he wrote. And so Harrison has taken upon himself to make sure this movie got made, and that's why I've been making sure it's been screened, because it's had a limited release, because it was actually pushed back because Black Panther was doing so well. So yeah, I will be screening it at Texas Frightmare Weekend on Sunday from 3 to 5 at the Hyatt Regency, where the convention is held every year. Yeah, I know, I'm telling everybody I'm there, so in case anything gets broken, it wasn't us.
And I believe we have a trailer for that, right?
Yes, yeah, we do have a trailer for
Let
Death
it roll.
House. Because it's basically the Expendables of horror.
Oh yes, please. That sounds awesome.
Federal maximum security.
Uh-oh.
What the house doesn't live up to what you studied.
Asked me again in 12 hours.
Some are dosed with just LSD.
Oh,
while
just
others
LSD.
are
Okay.
subjected
Ooh,
to
MK
shock,
Ultra.
sensory deprivation,
Yeah.
all to break down the subject's personality.
Dun, dun, dun.
They've got some
Okay.
Oh, what the hell?
waiting for
Yeah.
your girl.
Oh, that dude.
Our
Yeah.
goal is to eradicate evil. Did Sieg ever mention Death House to you?
Death House.
Ever any talk?
They said it. They said it. No, I'm just kidding.
This house is insane.
House
I know
of
that you
Death.
have to be careful.
Yeah.
It's not insane. It's dad. Oh, there he
Yeah,
be.
see, there's Kane Hodder.
Something special lined up.
And, Adrian Barbeau. They'll both be at the convention. We're hoping they're going to stick around with us.
Oh, what the? Homage to Texas.
Yep.
I know everything.
We gotta find a way up.
Oh, wow.
Greatest cast of horror
Oh, wow.
legends ever.
Yeah, because Tony Todd and Bill
Expendables
Mosley.
horror movie.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yes, you said Haig, who we keep seeing.
We'll follow you to hell.
That's such a fun
Yeah.
idea to put them all together in a movie.
Yeah.
Huge cast. Crazy.
To close the elevator.
I'm glad this is happening.
Yeah.
I'm expecting
I
some
am
very
happy.
good deaths in this movie.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
please.
Oh
I
man.
mean, it's Death House.
Fun.
so it's premiering
Is
at
that
that
its premiere?
festival, right?
No,
Or-
actually, like it's had some small releases already, you know, as we say, but we are doing a special screening there at Texas
Cool.
Pride Mare
Congrats.
Weekend. Yeah, honor Gunner.
exciting.
Yeah.
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 And can we find that on VOD already, or?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, where can I find this?
I know. 'Cause
I must
it's
watch.
like, yeah, because I'm trying to see if they're going to start screening more at Alamo Draft House here. I know that they've been
Okay.
working on it. So yeah, guys, and be sure to, if you'd like a screening in your area, tweet at Death House Movie and at Harrison Smith. You guys, that's how I got a screening. I'm like, that it works. Like I'm like, hey, we want to screen this.
And then you had one, or
that
were you
Twitter
getting something
thing,
else ready?
that Twitter game that I have to step up.
Yeah, you're working on it.
yeah. This is a little on the fly. Sorry for
Yay.
that, but
That still counts.
have you seen this?
No, but
Okay.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay, yeah. My crypt selection is Itchy the Killer from 2001.
Oh, I love that movie.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I haven't seen it in a while, so my memory's a little hazy. I just remember liking it, although I was a little disturbed by it. But but it was really cool.
Maybe that's why you like it.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah. I just like being disturbed usually. Okay, so synopsis: as sadomasochist yakuza enforcer Kakihara searches for his missing boss, he comes across Ichi, a repressed and psychotic killer who may be able to inflict levels of pain that Kakihara has only dreamed of. So he likes the pain, and Ichi loves giving pain.
Oh wait,
Nice.
it's Ichi, not Itchy.
It's
Should be
Ichi.
E. E, because the eyes are
I heard-
the eyes are E's, so itchy.
Okay.
Because CH.
No, literally, I thought you said itchy, like itchy.
Oh,
So
Yeah, like
Oh, my
action
bad.
scratching.
I was
Itchy the Killer.
I was expecting like skin. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
2001, prepare to scratch yourself to death. No, it's Ichi, right? Sorry about that. Yeah, Ichi the Killer. It is a little long. It's 2 hours and 9 minutes. It's funny how it's action, comedy, and crime, but I would definitely say it's horror. 'Cause
I
it
laugh at it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some scenes are very absurd, but overall, I think it's a
That sounds
fantastic film. The way Ichi looks is really cool too. Sorry, excuse my language. Yeah, like he has like a Joker vibe coming on. He has like rings that he puts. His mouth is like split open, and he has rings that he puts on the edge, like where it's split open, and he takes off those rings, and he can open his mouth up even wider.
Oh my
Like there's a
God.
scene where like someone punches him, and it goes right into his mouth, and he like bites his hand. It's like kind of that kind of ridiculous.
This is intense.
And what do you expect from Takashi Miike? Like, he does some crazy stuff, like the guy from Audition. So, and there's also
Nice.
actually I noticed that there's like a manga that's related to this film as well, and I've been meaning to read it because I found it the other day. But yeah, definitely a cool film. Check that one out if you can find it.
I was just looking that up. That reminds me of a character. I'm like, oh, I can't find it. But there's an anime called Kisnaver, or if I pronounce it right. But there's a character in that who enjoys pain and pleasure so much it makes everybody really uncomfortable. And, like they have weird piercings everywhere, and like, yeah, it's very like I enjoy pain, and let me inflict it on you, and everyone else in the group is like, yeah, no. So just made me think of that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, so that was my pick pretty much.
Nice.
And so everyone got their
Yeah.
thing in.
Any quick news?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
let's get to
let's move into a
news.
quick news. Sorry, Steve, I did put it in interview and then news. But we're doing news right now. So what I wanted to touch on, and that was making the rounds on the interwebs, was the Shape from Halloween has got a new mask, and they revealed it in a picture. And here's like a side-by-side comparison of like the old one to the most recent one. And I gotta say, I dig it.
Yeah,
I
it
like
looks
the
good.
cracks too. There's
Yeah.
like, you know, I there's nothing much more to say. I really
Yeah,
enjoy
it's-
it, and I can't
makes
wait for this
sense.
movie.
It makes sense that the mask is distressed because after all the years
Yeah.
of it being a thing, you know. So I
But it
definitely
looks
like
distressed in like a cool way. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like
Yeah.
oh, it's just falling apart.
Every time I look at it, like the song Johnny Cash's "I Hurt Myself," like I hurt myself.
It's Hurt by
Yeah,
Trent
Hurt.
Reznor originally wrote it, but Johnny Cash did a good version of it. Sorry, I have to. I'm all over that. Whenever people want to say that's a Johnny Cash song, Johnny Cash did a great cover of that song.
Johnny Cash's cover
Yeah,
of
yeah. That was
"Sip
nice.
Sip."
But
Sorry.
yeah, no, I saw that going around the internet. And that does look exciting.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the full shape.
I know. I want the. Well, I don't know if I want to see a trailer. I just want to see.
No, yeah,
I want to see.
When do you guys think we'll get a trailer for this?
I don't know.
I think soon
It's
because
coming in October, right?
Well, yeah, because you have a lot of false news coming out about reactions, and they're like, we've not had a screening of this movie, so I don't know why. Like, we have a lot of
Really?
people coming out like saying it's so bad or whatever because it hasn't been screened anywhere.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's been a lot of like news coming out about initial reactions, but yeah, they're like, yeah, we haven't even started screenings, but I venture to guess with all this nonsense, they're gonna start doing them and then putting out trailers
Yeah.
because
Maybe.
yeah.
That happens so often. I feel like recently, especially with Deadpool 2 and New Mutants, all this like backlash of like, oh, the film's gonna flop, and so it probably hasn't even had a single screening yet.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not even done.
Well,
Right.
that kind of makes me think and lead into our thing we were going to talk about trailers is like something leaking ahead of time of being good. The Venom
Sort of?
clip
Yeah.
leaked first, and then the trailer went out.
So was the trailer supposed to be out?
It was supposed to come
yesterday?
with Infinity War.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel it came out like a little too early. Like Deadpool, same thing happened. Like a little bit leaked, and then they're like, okay, never mind. Here's that trailer because it's just better. Like why ride that
just
wave?
lean into it. Yeah, just lean.
Because
yeah,
I saw the
pretty
clip. First, it was like, did you guys see a picture or did you see it
I saw the
animated?
Good. I saw the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it animated where the head like did it and they
are
said
Venom.
yeah.
Yeah, we
But
are
the other one was
Venom.
just a picture. But I don't know, you guys excited? I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty
good.
excited.
I'm down for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
And I hear that Woody Harrelson's character may turn out to be Carnage, who's like my favorite Spider-Man villain, and so I'm pretty excited because
Yeah.
I've always wanted just like a straight up Carnage movie. I was like, why do we need Venom? Carnage is cooler. He's just a serial killer who then becomes attracted to the symbiote. So it's like, dude's cool.
Yeah, I just think the trailer it was a little bit too informative. That was the only thing. My only like it was just kind of like, oh, these are the symbiotes. This is an evil organization, and I just feel like I don't know if it showed too much, but
Maybe it's for
I'm
the
still,
people who know nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still looking forward to it for sure. Like I'm not like completely like I can't wait till it hits theaters, but like I don't know. We'll see what Tom Hardy does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Tom Hardy, so I'm down for it.
Yeah, talk about that movie. You're excited about this.
Yeah,
Coming out
so
this weekend.
Yeah, so we let's
So excited.
lean into movies pretty much
Yeah.
that are coming out and stuff. But this one is like immediately coming out this Friday, and I recommend it to everyone. Like I want people to go watch this, but I know it's going up against Avengers, so it's not going to do great in the
probably
theaters.
see it.
Sadly,
Yeah.
I know I'm going to try to see it. I'm
On
really
Saturday and Sunday.
I'm
Come
very
on.
excited about this movie. There's definitely a lot of hype
Called?
about it. It's called the reveal. It's called Ghost Stories. Everybody, Ghost Stories. Real
Yeah,
quick,
this looks so good.
right? With I believe Martin Freeman. Did I get, is that, okay, I always get his freaking name wrong. Yeah, Martin Freeman, Andy Nyman, Paul Whitehouse, Alex Lothar. So this is I believe straight out of the UK. And it was dubbed as one of the scariest things of the year coming from the UK thus far. It did premiere at a festival. I just can't remember which one. We did cover it earlier in the year on this show. So like I've been looking forward to it. It's been on my radar, and it's finally coming out this Friday.
So
And
you gonna see that or Avengers first?
huh?
Are you gonna see Infinity War or
Avengers
Ghost Stories?
first. He's gonna see, Anthony, you have got to see Avengers first.
Yeah. You have
I'm
to.
gonna see those first. I don't know when I'm gonna see Avengers. I'll watch it somehow. I'm actually gonna be in Santa Ana this weekend.
They have theaters.
I know they have theaters, but
Movie
I just said
there, not sponsored.
I don't know if I'm gonna go watch that movie this weekend. If I can, I will. But this is my priority.
Yeah.
And I think this is only gonna be limited release. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You're supporting
it
the
feels
little
like
guy.
I was
the
just gonna
underdog.
ask you
Yeah.
because I haven't heard much other than like being on the show.
Yeah.
So I was expecting it's probably a limited release. So
Yeah,
I was
is
like,
it
yeah,
limited?
because I was wondering like how am I gonna be able to watch this?
it. Yeah.
A Lemley theater.
I would say check Fandango
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I didn't research it beforehand.
Sure.
But yeah, it's definitely what I'm looking forward to. You guys want to hear the synopsis?
yeah.
Yeah.
Arc skeptic Professor Philip Goodman, who's played by Martin Freeman, embarks upon a terror-filled quest when he stumbles across a long-lost file containing details of 3 cases of inexplicable hauntings.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bum, bum, bum.
Sounds great.
And it does sound really interesting.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm going to be interested because I think I brought up the point of like, are they all going to relate to one another, the 3 cases?
Yeah. I think it's the character of Martin.
Or he'll be the bridge?
Yeah, that he'd be the one that like goes through all of them and everything.
And if they're saying it's one of the scariest films,
yeah, definitely. I'm guessing it's gonna be one of those that just makes you feel so uncomfortable that you're just like, oh, I can't stand this. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to think about it too much. I just want to go in, watch it, get it done.
I don't even want to watch the trailer. Like I don't.
Same.
I've seen the trailer and it looks creepy as hell.
Well, if you're excited for a movie and you already know you're interested, how much do you really want to watch the trailer? Because if I'm already excited, I'm like, I'm gonna see it anyways. Why do?
I've been going through that recently too. Like with the Avengers trailer, I was like, I've seen it enough. Like, I already know I'm gonna see it. Like you know, I'm sold. I'm good. Yeah.
But there's the other people that are like, they want to consume every trailer that's out. I'm like,
and I'm like, why?
They want to analyze it. They want to break it down. They want to start predicting.
Yeah.
It's like stop.
Yeah.
They just want those views online.
I was about to say, if you're a content producer, I can see that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Comment down below. Do you like watching the trailers when you're already excited about a movie?
I know
Let us
Amy does.
I know she does. Yeah.
Her trailer reactions.
But see, you can do one. But then I'm like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to see any more trailers. Be like, did you see the other one? I'm like, no. Just what?
There's so many more. Like there was like 3 Deadpool trailers out.
Yeah.
And like why?
I was thinking
or if the first one was pretty funny, so then that was kind of cool to check that out, and that wasn't really plot either. That was just like.
But now I don't want to see anything else because it's gonna.
Surprise.
I'm gonna end up trying to click on it, and then I'm gonna like all these scenes, all these things, and I don't want the movie mapped out for me. Basically, long story short.
Exactly.
I was thinking of a weird concept for like just like a fun video to do, where like I do a trailer react, but then like someone breaks into my room, and I'm just like, or like some weird thing where it's like, oh, I'm doing a trailer reaction, and then just like all hell breaks loose, and I'm just like trying to fend for my life while the trailer's like just playing in the background.
I have an idea for a sketch.
But do it as if you're live streaming it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's why you wouldn't stop it or like edit it out.
Yeah, exactly. So people, so it's like just like a long take, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be hilarious, and I would love to just freak people out. Like, oh my god, is this happening? Like, I like shocking people. I think it'd be funny.
I want to play the killer in the
upcoming
sketch.
ones.
What was that?
I said we want to talk about some upcoming.
Oh yeah, real quick, because the video is 10 minutes long.
Yeah. So
what we got? What we got?
Real quick, coming up, some new horror-ish movies. We got Bad Samaritan May 4th. I mean, horror-ish. We're doing broad, ish. Yeah. Drama.
I think Mary Shelley would be.
Mary Shelley would be our first big one. That's May 25th.
Starring Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So, Lucretia, you said you checked out that trailer as well, right?
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm really excited for this. I think it premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival, and it's getting pretty good initial press. I mean, and it's Elle Fanning, I believe. Yeah. And she looks great because I love Mary Shelley, and that's what people don't realize is like how much women were involved in sort of the beginning of horror. And so yeah, this is really more of a take on her life, not so much the Frankenstein story.
Yeah. I was mentioning, we talked a little bit before this about there's a film called Gothic from the 80s, and that's more about the night that the book was written. This movie, I like the new Mary Shelley coming out because this looks a little bit more like her before writing the book, and then the struggle she had of trying to get it published later because they're like, you're a woman, how could you write this?
Well, yeah, because like her husband was Percy Shelley, the poet, and so that was always an interesting take, is like where the direction she went versus he did, and like in that movie Gothic, the late Natasha Richardson plays Mary Shelley, so that's interesting.
Then Future World, kind of, it's Mad Max ripoff. It's like, I'm
down for
right.
it. Whatever.
I'm down, yeah. It has Mia Jovovich, I'm down.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm in. I gotta support my Emilia.
Real quick, we can only just like touch on the titles, really.
Yeah.
So what's after that? Upgrade.
Upgrade on June 1st.
With a knockoff Tom Hardy guy.
Oh, that looks so good, though.
I forgot his name.
June 8th, we got Heredity, which you pointed out. I'm really excited. Hereditary.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait for that one.
And then the first Purge is July 4th. And
Jurassic World, I guess, is
Jurassic World, Giant Monsters,
June 22nd.
And then I would say the Meg on August 10th.
Oh yeah.
Giant Sharks, rawr.
Versus
And
Jason
Statham. I hope he punches one in the face. That's all I want to see.
Slenderman, August 24th. So that's kind of your
nice
leading into our summer.
Right on.
Cool.
Lead us into what we're going to watch, and then we sign out.
Okay, so this is we're gonna be watching so now we're just gonna roll in our interview, and so I guess we can just talk about it a bit, like our experience there. So yeah, this couple is so cool. First off, they're so rad. I love their little their shop that they had in Burbank, I believe, right? Burbank, yeah.
Yeah.
We hit it up on 2 Saturdays ago, I believe. And yeah, we just took our equipment and we just shot this quick intro. Well, not quick. It's 10 minutes long, but we shot this interview, edited down, and
Super excited.
Yeah, I was super. It was really fun. I was also very nervous because I was just like, and he helped me out with like some like setting up like the mic and everything because I was like, how do I set up the mic? He's like, C-stand, boom. I was like, yes, thank you.
Nice.
They're professionals.
Yeah, they got
Yes.
equipment and stuff. But yeah, do you want to say anything?
No.
No?
I just want to watch it.
All right, so yeah, so we're actually gonna end the show on this. So we're not gonna do any outros after the video. So we're gonna pretty much do our outros right now. So anything you guys want to promote before we go? No, and then where they can find you, pretty much.
All right. Since I'm Lucretia Lyon, guys, you can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet since there is only one. And if you like me, you may want to subscribe to my podcast, Mrs. Brightside. It's on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and Podbean.
Nice.
New episodes every Tuesday. Like this week is the Bright Side of Professional Wrestling Fandom with Steve Kaufman, who you guys will probably recognize. And then I also have my own horror show. It's called The Red Room. It's your horror news source. New episodes come out in podcast form on those same platforms, as well as a YouTube channel, The Red Room, your horror news source. Just be sure to find that. New episodes every Thursday. Like this week, I may have a special guest co-host filling in. We'll just have to see. Yeah.
Right on.
Hey guys, I'm Oliver Jenin. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer, and check me out on Sundays for the RuPaul's Drag Race After Show on AfterBuzz TV.
My name's Carrie Lane. You guys can find me online at Carrie D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. And tune in after this at 6 p.m. for the anime after show. We're talking about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes, and I saw the episodes.
Yeah.
Yay!
Real quick, I just want to say thank you so much to Josh and Sierra Russell.
Yes, thank
and
you.
thank you so much for letting us come over and just pretty much we're like kids in a candy shop. We're just like, oh my god, look at all this cool stuff.
Never experienced something like that, so it was really cool. And thank you again for letting us be visiting.
Yeah, and they recently worked on the film Lowlife, and also one that's coming out on Shudder called Sequence Break, I believe. And they do mention that in the trailer, and I added a little clip about that too. And yeah, so thank you all so much for joining. The show's not over, but we are not going to be on it right now. It's going to be our past selves of Ollie and I. So yeah, please enjoy this interview.
Where did I find you?
Oh yeah, where can they find me? Nope. Yeah, my name is Anthony Becerra. You can find me everywhere at Tony B Tony _ TONY, the letter B TONY _. All right, now let it roll.
Horror fans, I'm Oliver Jenin with the Popcorn Talk Network representing horror movie news, and I'm joined by a very special dynamic duo. We're here at Russell FX. So why don't you introduce yourselves to the camera?
I'm Sierra Russell of Russell Effects.
Josh Russell.
Yes, thank you guys so much for allowing Horror Movie News to come and talk with you guys, learn about you, and share your knowledge and your expertise in the horror genre. Thank you again. We're here at Burbank, California. I am just in awe of this work you guys have done. It's crazy.
Thanks.
So I was reading about you guys, and you guys hit it off when you were working like together. Were you teens? Were you young adults? How was that? What was the chemistry that brought you guys together?
We met in 2011, and both of us at the time were working for Studio 80i. Those are the guys that did like most of the Alien franchise, Tremors, The Thing, Prequel, all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, they just did it.
Yeah. So they were like childhood heroes of mine, and I got the chance to work for them for a couple of projects, and then she showed up in the middle of those to come in and intern. It's just something she'd been interested in, and I hated her and fought a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I did. I thought he hated me. I was like, hey, how's it going? And he'd just be like,
Whatever.
Whatever. I was like, great. But then we actually got stuck on a project. And we had to work together, and then, you know, we made each other laugh like way too much, and then we got married 3 months later.
Let's go. Gala ceremony.
You guys seem to have really good chemistry together. Has there been a very a project that's been very special for you guys to work on together? That's been not only awesome, but just very it near and dear to your heart.
I mean, it's kind of everyone always kind of tends to be kind of near and dear, as long as we have like a creative ability, as long as we're kind of open and directors just say, give me what you got kind of thing, and we can do something creative together that we've never done. Those are always the ones that kind of stand out. And I don't know, I was gonna say SouthBound Bruckner's thing that really like blew people away, and we were really excited. Yeah, we were really excited because the one thing that Dave said was, I don't want to hide anything like under the table. I don't want a sheet hiding. I want to see under the table. I want to see it all around. And we were like, great.
Speaking of the effect where, I don't know if you guys have seen SouthBound, but it's been out for a long time, so spoiler alert, whatever. But the surgery scene where the protagonist is cutting the girl open and putting his hand inside of her was like a particular magic trick that had to be designed. That's what she's referring to, is like seeing underneath the gurney that she's lying on. We didn't want to hide the body inside the table like had been done in so many things. So yeah, that was like a lot of creative energy that we got to use up there and collaborate with Dave Bruckner for the first time, which of course led to like the ritual and anything that might come later.
Yeah, speaking of which, how did the creature design come about? Were you kind of more of a, because you guys were the supervisors, but did you get to kind of create it from yourselves, or did you have help, or was it just a huge collaborative effort?
Well, they had hired this designer, Keith Thompson, that had been like working on a lot of Guillermo del Toro projects and things like that, and he just had like a great aesthetic. But I don't think he had the chance yet to head up his own design process for a film. Dave really loved his work, and they hired him, and it kind of went through a process of, since the source material doesn't have a lot of description of what the beast was, it was sort of a blank canvas that Keith got to just sort of throw out a handful of like completely different designs. Like, what do you want your Norse forest god to look like? There was one that sticks out that looked kind of like a tree made out of elk legs, and just like as far as the imagination could take him. Yeah. But then when he got roughly close to the design it ended up being, everyone was so taken aback by it. It was like something that had never been seen before. Yeah. Dave fell in love with it. We loved it, and the process, like he pretty much nailed it with that design. And we just had like some tweaks back and forth about how big it was, scaling, some small things about how it was going to work practically on set. It was like full collaboration circle between production, designer, and us implementing the stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, that was definitely something that, like, me and the rest of the panel, Anthony, we were not expecting it to be this crazy, like, deer demon god, and it was so cool to see, and to know that it was also practical. It was cool as a horror movie fan. And can you explain the practical effects that you guys did with it?
Sure. So we built the head of the creature full size. That was sort of like a loose version of a creature's suit. A stunt person actually fits inside of it and has their arms coming out the front. Wow. And then they were wearing like the monster hand gloves so that we could put them on a crane rig and have them interacting with the actors. When you see it pushing Rafe Spall's character to the ground, forcing him to pray, when it's holding Sam Troughton by his face and traveling into the tree, that's all like, it was necessary to have the practical elements there on set so people could see what they were interacting with and dealing with. And then there were a lot of instances where we would just put the thing in the frame for lighting reference, so that would be replaced with CG later, but they had like very real, perfect, practical version of it in the light that in the space that it needed to be. So when they did a 3D rendering of it, it was like, in my opinion, it's Jurassic Park quality work. The CG blends so perfectly with the rest of the practical elements.
We're also joined by Anthony Becerra. Do you have any questions, Anthony, for our lovely guests?
Yeah, I'm the lead host of Horror Movie News. And so, yeah, you touched on a topic that's very dear to my heart. Personally, I think one of the best films that has and utilizes practical effects is The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982, I believe, which also happens to be my all-time favorite horror movie.
Sure, man.
And yeah, oh my god, that's so okay. Okay, we gotta get close up with that. Like, yeah, that's pretty much like what inspired me to love horror movies. I remember watching as a kid. I was just like, I know I was a kid, but I was watching as a kid, and I was like, this is so awesome. Like, and then so far nothing's been able to like really top that. Like the effects of the creature and everything, and it's just. I have such a deep appreciation for practical effects because of that movie, and now I just want to ask you: is there a movie for you guys that like really you draw inspiration for? Like every time you see it, you're like, "Damn, I want to go into the like warehouse and like knock something out real quick." Or like, is there any specific film or
from
creature?
that one?
I know, right? Or is that just like the be all? Like
that's a crazy one. You know, like one of the most important films for me getting into this was the Ninja Turtles movie, the original 1991.
Yeah,
seeing those Jim Henson animatronic turtles emote, become alive on screen like in a believable way is like something I could never get out of my head.
That's a really good question. That's always hard, especially because you already said The Thing. So
or you can just like start naming some off as well.
I mean, that is like the ultimate, but then transformation-wise, of course, American Werewolf in London.
Ooh,
is always good. But actually, it was Day of the Dead for me. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. Like, I always knew I wanted to be an artist since I knew I was alive, and Day of the Dead, I was just like, oh, great. So I'll just figure out how to do that.
Dang, that's awesome. Is there anything you'd like to like leave our audience with? Just like a nice message or anything to take away from all of this in your shop and everything?
Go watch Lowlife.
Amigos, bienvenidos al infierno.
The baby's coming!
It's in theaters now.
Yeah, anything about
would be
the Sequence Break is coming out on Shudder very soon. Yeah, Grim Skipper's movie.
Break the sequence. Be the man I could never be.
What's a nice closing message?
I don't know, darling.
I know, it's a little.
No, I got nothing. Just make horror movies.
Yeah, and let us make creatures. I don't know.
Yeah, and use practical effects, everybody. Practical effects, everybody. Boom. Done.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.